Ah, here's Prince Imrahil. I wonder if he's heard anything from his daughter lately. Hello there, Your Highness.
The fall of Sauron worked a great madness in his servants.
And many of them despaired once he was gone. Did some kind of spell hold them ensorcelled while he yet lived, and death broke his hold upon them? I cannot say, but I did witness that many of the orcs cast themselves into the pits, or fell upon their weapons once he was gone. There were others among his servants that were made more ferocious by the fall of their master, and these fought long and with desperation. Some of them fled back through the ruins of the gate. I do not doubt that my king will send me against these others in time. But that is a thought for tomorrow. Today we celebrate the fall of Sauron. All right. At least he finished that on an upbeat one, though I have a feeling I know exactly who the king will send to take care of the rest. Who do they all send? Ah, Gimli and Legolas. Hello there. Had another contest?
Sauron is no more, and can no longer burden Middle-earth.
Some of my folks may come to live in this land for a time, and I delight in knowing that it will remain green and growing for years to come, untroubled by Sauron's evil. But I will not stay long here. The first days of Gondor's new year will be filled with happiness, and I share the joy of its people. But my heart has another longing. The sea calls to me, and I will follow. But I will not follow that longing just yet, Pineleaf. Food and drink and celebration must come first. We have all seen enough of darkness. Let us enjoy some lighter fare and savor the taste. Alright, and what do you got to say about that, Gimli?
Yes!
Well, that was... You're trying to make up for that time you had to be quiet, aren't you? Yes, that was quite a feast. A most well-deserved one. It is not every day that an evil such as Sauron is laid low, after all. It seems as if Elrond and Gandalf made the right choice back in Rivendell, doesn't it? Frodo Baggins may not be a dwarf, but he has proven to have the determination of my kind. All these hobbits seem to have it, present company included. Furthermore, young Peregrine Took could use a portion less of it, if you ask me. He is fortunate I have him lying beneath that troll before the Black Gate, and heard him, and heaved him with a great beast off of him. I might have sworn up and down that he was dead, and yet he lives and is up and about already. He has caused me so much trouble, and yet I still am fond of him, and as if like a brother. There will be days of merriment aplenty, Pineleaf, but sometime in the weeks ahead I must set my eyes to the north and return to the lonely mountain. My mind is full of ideas, and what dwarf wants that? I must speak to the king of Durin's folk and let these ideas out before they do me some harm. Ah, right. Now, I wonder how the Rangers are doing. I think there's some of them out in this direction, aren't they? Yeah. And the great company, I hope there are some of them left. Oh. Well, if I could do that without running into tents. They are pitching their tents in every direction to make it difficult for even a hobbit to get through. I suppose it's to make it more difficult for the orcs. Alright. Oh! Redinir!
Weigh your options carefully. This could be a costly choice.
Oh, what now? I was speaking with some of the others, and they agree that you have a decision to make. That's right. You need to choose the tavern at which we can all meet, now that the Great Company has accomplished its mission and we have fulfilled our oaths. You agreed to buy me 3 mugs of ale, as I recall, so you will want to select an establishment with the barkeep that sets a reasonable price. I recommend the Forsaken Inn, east of Bree. The fare is of low quality, but it was Candade's favorite, and that is enough for me. We will not depart just yet. There is still work to be done for Aragorn to claim his throne, and many of us wish to help set the kingdom in order. Some of us will remain here in the Southlands, even when the others return to their homes. I think I will travel with Lothrandir when he returns to Surikila. It is a long road, and he will welcome the company. Also, there's a lake on the way to Forhel, and I promised a friend that I will see it for myself. An inn. I don't much like the Forsaken Inn. Yeah. How about the Green Dragon? No, maybe this is not suitable for big folk. All right, maybe the pony. I'll think of something. But the Prancing Pony sounds like a better bet to me than the Forsaken Inn. I'm just saying. Oops. Let's see. Well, I suppose I need to speak with Mithrandir again. I think he'll be down in this direction, though. He does have a way of appearing in completely different locations, no matter. Ah, there he is. No matter what I do, he seems to be somewhere that I'm expecting. No one expects a moving wizard. Hello there.
There is a small matter about which I wish to speak with you.
Yes, and what is that?
Frodo's ordeal in Mordor has left its mark upon him.
No, I do not speak only of the finger he lost at Gollum's biting teeth. I speak of a mark that none can see, but still persists, casting a pall upon his heart. He has retired by the bower that was prepared for him. I will seize the Samwise as a task to undertake that will free Frodo from his watchful gaze, and perhaps we can learn what still troubles our victorious ring-bearer. All right, fine. I'll find Frodo then. It appears that Gandalf has placed a spell on this bottle and on these goblets. Well, I suppose that's so that Sam doesn't have to lift up the cups for Frodo. Hello there, Frodo.
My mind is still caught in a whirlwind of confusion.
Hello again. Gandalf came by and had a task for Sam. The two of them have gone off somewhere. If you're looking to speak with them, they're not here right now. My mind is still caught in a whirlwind of confusion. I cannot believe that the quest is over. I am not used to the idea that the ring is gone. In Mordor, I would shut my eyes and still see it, burning inside my mind, tearing me apart. But it has been destroyed. Pippin insists that I write everything down before I forget the details, but I do not want to remember them, Pineleaf. I do not. If my friends knew the truth about what happened within Mount Doom. I labored beneath the burden of the ring as Sam and I crawled through Mordor and up the slopes of Mount Doom. Much of the journey is hazy to me, even now, and dear Sam told our friends most of the tale. But he did not tell it all. I think he wanted to spare me the shame of it. That is the truth. Shame. Deserved shame. Sam said that Gollum tracked us to the mountain, and at the end of the pitiful creature empowered us and stole the ring before we could cast it into the fire. But that is not the truth. At least not all of it. I will tell you the truth, Pineleaf. I want to do what is right. Ooh. What is the truth of it?
Gollum caught up to us on the slope of Mount Doom, and Sam stayed behind to deal with him while I entered the mountain, eager to be rid of the ring.
Where are the hobbitses? Where are the hobbitses? Glum. Glum.
Sam, dear Sam, could not bring himself to slay the wretched creature. He let him go.
We are going to have to find the fat hobbit. Find him and wing his neck. They went in here, didn't they, precious?
And so it was that Gollum followed Sam into the mountain.
Yes, we're getting closer. Closer. Yes, I feels it ahead. Yes, just a little way. I sees him. There he is.
I am here, but now I choose not to do what I came to do. I will not destroy it.
Of course you won't.
The ring is mine.
No!
Master, no. Frodo!
Kill the fat hobbit! Kill the fat hobbit! Aha! Got him! Get him! Find him! Where is he? Got him! Yeah, got it! Precious. The precious is mine! Mine! Oops. Oh well.
When the ring went into the fire, the power of Sauron went with it. His works were unmade, and he was undone. Were it not for Gollum, the quest would have failed. After coming so far, after enduring so much, after the sacrifices and the suffering of so many friends, when at last I stood at the crack of doom, I could not do it. I chose not to destroy the ring. How can I bear the shame of it? I let them down. I let everyone down. You know the truth now.
So many people had suffered. So many good people died so that I could get to the mountain. And at the end, I could not bring myself to do what everybody depended upon me to do. How can I live with the shame of it? Do you think, Frodo, anyone could have done any better? Isildur was standing next to the mountain, didn't go through what you did. And he took the ring. Everyone around you was trying to take the ring and not get closer to the mountain. You trekked all the way there to be in a position so that it could be destroyed. Could anyone else have done that well? Maybe you're right, Pineleaf. Your words do not erase the shame, but even though the ring is gone, I can still remember how I felt in that moment, standing above the fire. I did not wish to destroy it. I would have rather died than allow it to be harmed and taken from me. I cannot imagine how Schmeagol survived for so long after the ring came to Bilbo. Or perhaps I can. It was the desire for it that drove him, and that feeling is familiar to me, and painful. Pippin worries that I will forget the details of the journey if I do not write them down. But the details are etched upon my memory. I cannot believe that I would forget how I felt in that moment. But perhaps I should write it all down. Perhaps I should write it all, and it will serve as a reminder and as a warning. A reminder that good purpose can go ill, and that evil purpose might still serve good. And a warning not to judge either too readily.
Thank you for easing my mind and my heart.
Thank you. Gandalf has returned, and now I think I see the making of a conspiracy. But thank you for the kind words, and I thank you, and give my thanks to Gandalf as well. I am very fortunate to have such friends as you. I am ready to have a rest, and an end to adventuring. I shall be content just to see Bilbo again, and return to the Shire. I will write down my part of the quest of the ring, all of it, and I will be thankful for the opportunity to live in peace. Now, let's find Mithrandir. Ah, Mithrandir, here you are. I thought you left already.
I am glad to hear that Frodo has decided to write down his tale after all.
It has been my experience that sometimes a hobbit simply needs a bit of a push to get started on a thing, but once he has set his mind to do it, the results are often admirable. I trust you told Frodo that no one could willingly have destroyed the ring? I meant to return more quickly and tell him about that, but Samwise grew suspicious, and I was wasting his time and required more assurances that he would hastily return to his master. Wasting his time? Me? Well, I was, of course, but that is neither here nor there. All that matters is, in the end, is that you have assuaged Frodo's concerns and helped him come to terms with his experience. He deserves that, and more for the deed that he has done on behalf of Middle-earth. But enough chattering. Aragorn has asked to speak with you, Pineleaf. All right, fine. Let's go find Aragorn, or whatever his name is these days. Hello there, Aragorn.
We have come through the long night, to the dawn at last.
It is dawn already. Oh boy, thankfully. Running around here, talking to everyone, and then that night. Yes, yes. Many were the days I believed that all my choices were going wrong. But despite those errors, we have seen the destruction of the ring and the downfall of Sauron. When Frodo completed his task, Mordor was shaken to its very foundations by the eruption of Orodruin. The Black Gate and the Towers of the Teeth crumbled and fell. But who can say what lies behind them in the lands of Saurons? There is a shroud over the plateau of Gorgoroth, and it masks it out of sight. I have yet been crowned king, but already I am thinking about Gondor's future. Can we not have one day of satisfied peace? Sauron is no more. There will be a new ordering of the calendar to mark this occasion. In the kingdom of Gondor, the new year will now begin on March 20... Oh boy, that'll make things inconvenient, won't it? On March 25th, the day on which Sauron fell and hope was restored to Middle-earth. There are still many preparations to be made before I can ascend to the throne of Gondor. But today is a day of celebration. My friends and my kin have earned this day of victory. Enjoy that day, Pineleaf, for you too were instrumental in its arrival. Well then, hope I can get some rest and return to the Shire at some point in all this. Ah, Mithrandil's out of the bower now. Hello there. Frodo has earned his rest, Pineleaf. His adventure has ended, and yet Middle-earth still has need of heroes. I can see where this is going. Gondor will need you, as will others among the free peoples, dwarves, elves, and hobbits. Be ready for their call, my friend. A great evil of the world has departed, but there are others that will need heroes to face them. Do not face them alone. Some measure of the strength of Sauron was bound to this ring, but much of his strength was derived from his mastery over the weak, and the weak of will. I foresee that some of those freed from his dominance will seek to gain advantage from his fall. The shroud over Gorgoroth is a veil that must be pierced if Middle-earth is to live free from fear. Frodo will write the tale of his adventure, but the next adventure will be yours alone to write. My own time on these shores is drawing to a close, for my purpose is ended. All right. Yeah, I see who's going to be left to do this. So, don't tell me you're leaving tomorrow. Oh, no, don't look like that, foolish hobbit. I am not leaving tomorrow, of course not. I will not depart until I know things are well in hand, and your kind have not yet proven that you are able to manage on your own. I will say to you, and I will say the last word on the subject. As for the business of the ring, I commend you for a job well done, dear Pineleaf. Very well done indeed. Well, at least you got that. Well, and I suppose that means that we will soon be heading off to Mordor. Oh, fun. Have you ever thought, Gandalf, that there are just times that I could use some help? Just wondering. Sometimes I just wish that I could be the quest giver for a change. And that concludes our series of Pineleaf in Gondor. But while this story comes to a close, a new one opens up. So I'll return soon for a new series where I head into the Dark Land in Pineleaf in Mordor.